Hi, everyone. Welcome. So I am doing my full moon collective reading. I'm going to get this deck all warmed up. I'm going to be using, if you remember from last week, I got some new oracle decks. So I'm going to be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. They're a little glossy, so I'm going to try my best to make sure you can see them. Let me get a nice shuffle going. All right, as I shuffle the cards, just focus on the energy around you, what it is you need to know. Let's see, what does the full moon have for us? What message? All right, so we have our first pick here is, oh, we have fruition, and this is the harvest moon. So I'm going to try to move my light a little bit so you guys can see a little better. There. So the harvest moon, let's see what it says about the harvest moon. This is card 37. Fruition, it says, as the seasons turn, there is always a time when all of the potential of the spring beginnings is manifesting. The crops grow tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. Ooh, that's awesome. And that's really cool because they also give a companion stone, which is garnet. So just fun fact. So harvest is generally the time of like bounty and being able to reap the rewards of the energies that you've been putting out. So if you've been manifesting, if you've been putting in a lot of hard work at your job, or if you've been let me get this fixed here. Or if you have been just maybe putting in work into a relationship, work into friendships, that kind of stuff, you are at the point where you should be able to reap those rewards, all of that hard work. So let's see what else we have. What other energies of the full moon behind us do we have as we go into the waning phases? We have resilience. So this is telling me this is the waning gibbous. This is waning gibbous number 5. So this card is telling me that you might have something that you can start to harvest, but you need to be a little patient because this is going to take a lot of hard work. And just know that the work that you're putting in, you're eventually going to get out. So this isn't like, what the Westerns call karma. This is like you paying your penance, really is really what's going on. Oh man, sorry guys. My camera's been has a mind of its own. There we go. Almost there. Um, so this is saying for the collective that whatever you're working towards, whatever achievements or goals you've set, or whatever goals you've set to achieve, you just have to be a little resilient. You got to keep working. And you can see that this lady has this huge sack or bundle on her back, but it's full of roots. So as you're putting in all of this hard work, you're putting in the roots that will eventually become the harvest that you are going to be able to achieve. So let's pull one more card here. And we have change. So if you have been fighting for changes to happen in your life, this is the energy that is around you. This latest full moon, this waning phase is going to be bringing changes into your life. And this could be a sign that you are working on removing things, removing obstacles or challenges or anything like that, especially with this person who is they have a lot of weight to carry. So this could be a sign that you're finally going to start to see those changes. You're going to start to see in this phase the little things that are being chipped away, and then eventually it's going to all chip away into this harvest. Everything's going to start to eventually come around into fruition where you can enjoy the almost like stop and smell the roses, that kind of mentality. So yeah, this is the community read. Just checking. Hey, Dodge Files, how are you doing? All right. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. All right. Dodge Files, it's a quiet night, so it's just you and me right now. Go ahead and put your question in the chat. I feel like Streamlabs is being a butt today. Hey, Sai, how are you doing? So in honor of the Rings of Power, finishing up with the season finale today, I am using my Lord of the Rings Tarot. I don't know that I've used this on live. I think I flipped through it live, but I haven't actually used it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Siege, let me know what your what your question is. And Sai, if you want a question, just, it's quiet. So go ahead, put it in the chat and I'll save it so I know. Yeah. Let me make sure my Streamlabs is, I'm going to reset it real quick, guys. All right. Going to redo this real quick. There we go. Cat, sort of. So, I won't answer questions that go against any doctor recommendations, but I can try to answer like general questions. So feel free to ask and see. All right. So CJ, go ahead, put your question in the chat. And today, oh, I see what's going on. Hold on. There we go. Now try it again. Sai, go ahead and use exclamation point join again. So I forgot to toggle on a little switch. Sometimes Streamlabs decides to be like, oh no, I'm gonna shut everything off. It's okay. So I see your question. I'm not gonna pull it up on screen, but let me just shuffle. Let's see. How can you find balance to look out for yourself without being called self-centered? Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. And we can always do a more in-depth one like offline too if you want. Let's see what we have. So we have the Queen of Staves, which is the equivalent of the Queen of Wands. We have, yes, I will bring them for nationals, but I'll probably be too burnt out, but I'll still bring them. The Nine of Cups here, and then the, let's see, what is this? Seven of Cups in reverse. So the core of your reading is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the card of like happiness and fruition and just feeling like you are starting to reach some like emotional balance in terms of happiness, but also accomplishment and harmony and all of that kind of stuff. So in the middle of everything, I think what you need to do is reflect on where you truly get your satisfaction, right? So if it is so if your satisfaction is trying to appease people and make them happy, and that will lead you to happiness, then maybe that's something you should reflect on and go from there. But if it's not, if doing that does not make you happy, then you kind of have to readjust, right? So over here we have the Queen of Wands, and I love the Queen of Wands. This is, I kind of see myself in this. This is where you start to tap into a lot of your intuition. So this is where you're going to have to decide. There are some people that you just make happy because you love them, and then there are the people that you make happy because it's just it seems like the easier thing to do, but you die a little inside when you do it. So the Queen of Wands is someone who is in tune with their intuition, in tune with their emotions, and they know exactly what it is that kind of like sparks them almost. So what is it, oops, sorry, let me mute that. When you're dealing with this situation, one of the things to think about is what ends up making you feel like you're dulling your light, right? And as I describe this, things are going to start to come to mind, and situations are going to start to come to mind, and those are the things that you want to reflect back on. So this is saying that you need to find you need to do what makes you feel like you are still able to fuel your flame, but also not, it doesn't make you, like burn out of control either. And then over here, so we're going back to cups. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. This is where the decisions and stuff come to mind. So if we're going through the flow of things, right? We have harmony and happiness at the core of things. This is what you're striving towards, what you're looking for. In the beginning, this is what you're trying to, this is what you should probably embody, the Queen of Wands. And it's funny telling a guy to embody like that Queen of Wands, but it's like embodying that intuition, understanding that you can't please everyone, and eventually you have to do what fuels yourself. But then at the end, you have the 7 of Wands here in this 7 of Cups in reverse. This is the card that's saying, like, in order to complete this cycle, you have to deal with whatever insecurities are going on, whatever it is that drives you to please people, and whatever it is that drives you to do these things that may not necessarily fuel the happiness that you're looking for at the core of things. So, especially because these two together are really in balance. The Queen of Wands kind of like, it's really cool because the queens are they embody a lot of this cup energy that's here, but then there's this spark of flame that's happening. So through this whole journey, there's a little bit of, you have to tap into the things that inspire you to push forward, the things that inspire you, that make you happy, that kind of thing. And then all the while, be careful about giving into temptation, giving into the things that, like, 1 second. Okay. Just clearing up the feed. So yeah, I think that I think ultimately what you're gonna have to do is to start from the beginning, reflect on what makes you happy, what's really at the core of what you're looking for, and then tap into that intuition side. So when things don't quite feel like they are fueling that happiness that you're looking for, this is where you have to decide, okay, is that temptation, or is this something that is actually worthwhile? Because this 7 of Cups also deals with a lot of feeling like you're a little indecisive which way to go. So you need to being able to reflect back on that, like having these set things that you're good with versus what you're not good with, will really help remove a lot of that indecisiveness. Goodness, there are crazies out on YouTube today. All right, got that deleted. So let me know if you have follow-up questions, but let me pull an oracle card for you, just general overall energy for you. And then next I have Sai, and then I'll have Cat. Let's see here. We have creation. So this goes along with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, Wands energy is all about inspiration and passions and pushing towards that kind of stuff. So I feel like, if you are trying to make people happy, but they are not doing so, kind of pulls you away from the creative things that you want to do. Perhaps it's not the best option for you, at least not right now. Yeah, let it marinate for a little bit. All right, Sai, you are up next. You're welcome. I love reading for you guys. I like reading for my friends. Get a nice quick shuffle going. Oh, and just in case anybody is curious, this deck is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see. Is this at work or in regards to something else? I assume it's work, just from previous conversation. Let's see if you will receive a higher rating than you're hoping for. Okay, something else. Let's see then. higher rating than you're hoping for. Oh, I felt like something was stuck together. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Sorry, my perspective is all off here. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. We have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So, I don't think you'll get what you're hoping for, but I think it will. I think it will be fine. Is really what this boils down to. I don't think it'll be bad. I think it'll just be fine. But it, in regards to the part where you're like higher than what you're hoping for, that part, I don't think that. I don't think you're gonna get that. So with the Queen of Wands in reverse, or Queen of Cups, I'm really like obsessed with the Queen of Wands apparently. The Queen of Wands is a card of feeling dissatisfied. So, but I also think that this is the card of feeling dissatisfied, but also being too hard on yourself. So, your rating might be fine, and maybe somebody else would actually think that it is fine, but or good even. But to you, it wasn't what you were looking for. So instead, all you see is disappointment. Um, and a lot of times too, this can um boil down to like feeling like insecure if you don't get the rating that you think that you should have gotten, even though the one that you got was perfectly okay. And then we have the Two of Cups here. This is in the middle of your reading, but it's the only thing not reversed. So I feel like this is the hope that you're hoping for, and um you're really like pushing towards wanting to find that harmony. And if this is having to do with like the health of a situation, like a healthy rating kind of thing, I think that ultimately this is the card that tells me that it's going to be a fine rating. It's okay. It's just, with this queen here, it's just not what you were looking for. Um and then we have the, what did I say? The Five of Wands in reverse. This card is saying that perhaps you're being a little maybe a little competitive with the people around you, or with maybe your own self from previous ratings. I'm not sure what this rating is, so I'm just kind of throwing out whatever it is I'm seeing in the cards. But this could be a sign that you are avoiding the root of the issue. So maybe this rating is not actually that important. There's something else that's more important that you are avoiding or you don't recognize right now. So while you're disappointed about the rating that you're going to get, I think maybe this, especially with this wands here, this is a sign that maybe look a little deeper, and you'll find that it's probably not as bad as you realize. Okay. I like the feedback. Thank you. Oh, let me pull an oracle card. I cleared up your I pulled up your cards, but it's fine. Let me pull an oracle card for you. This is the overall energy, something to think about for your situation. And we have new beginnings. Ooh, okay. So see, I really, especially with that Two of Cups in the center of your reading, I really think you have some really good things to look forward to. And I would hate for that reverse Queen of Wands energy to lead to you being disappointed, or that disappointment got blocking you from whatever it is that you could actually be getting in the future. So just be mindful of that. You might have some new things coming your way. Just don't focus on the negatives so you don't miss out on them. Gugo, exclamation point list thing, I could never get to work, so I just turned it off. So right now in the list, I have up next, I have cat, and then I have manure. Yeah, you're welcome, Sai. I hope that helps. Good luck, though, for sure. Definitely good luck. Let's see. Will the physician's assistant need to bring in the doctor for your appointment, Kat? Oh, Queen of Wands is back. So I think they will, but I don't think it's going to be anything bad. I think it'll just be for like reassurance purposes. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and then the Eight of Cups. Oh, my Roman numerals are rusty, guys. So at the core of this, you have the Ace of Cups. This is like, you know, new beginnings, and cups has to deal with healing a lot. So it seems like you're going to be on like this new healing journey, whatever that might mean to you. And then here we have the what did I say? I said cups, but this is the Eight of Coins. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is saying that while you're going to be going on this journey, there's going to have to be some expertise that's going to have to be called in. But I don't see it as ultimately being anything negative, especially with this. When I say negative, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything detrimental. That's a better way to say. Especially with this this Ace of Cups in the middle. So then over here we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like, Queen of Wands. What is going on with me? Words today are just a struggle bus. So the Queen of Wands is, you know, like intuition and creativity and stuff like that. So I feel like they might just have to call in the doctor to make sure to get their special expertise on the situation, make sure that they are crossing their T's, dotting their I's, that kind of thing, and making sure they're putting their best foot forward in regards to you. So I think that, you know, and that's always good to get like other opinions, other perspectives on the situation, just to make sure that you're a-okay. So I would say that, you know, if that does happen, if someone has to be called in, I wouldn't take it as, you know, anything scary. Guko, if you want to be added to the list, just use exclamation point join and I will add you to the list. All right, let's see. Current feelings. You're welcome, Kat. Good luck. I hope everything ends up okay and you are on the path to healing up. All right, current feelings. Wahid towards the minute. Okay, look who we're getting, all the same energy. What is going on? A lot of fives and queens today, specifically the Queen of Wands. So overall, I think that this person likes you. I just have to wonder if it's, you know, for all of the right reasons. And the reason I say that here is because at the end we have the Five of Coins. So we have Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands, Five of Coins. And all of this is sort of in a little conflict with each other. These two are fairly neutral, but this is not a very happy card. And then we have these two cards here, which kind of fight each other a little. So this is like saying you have a new possibility of a new relationship, some new beginnings, some sort of romance that could be bubbling up to the surface. But then here we have with this Queen of Wands, maybe things are just growing in opposite directions. They never have the chance to collide. Uh, I'd worry too a little bit about this person coming off as a little overbearing, possibly in the future, if they haven't already. And then here we have the Five of Pentacles, and this card is about feeling insecure. This could also be a sign of feeling isolated. So that might be why I'm seeing with this queen here, feeling like there's like a drifting apart that's happening. So I feel like this person might have originally had these thoughts, maybe a small crush, but they're slowly just getting over it. And it's leading more so in a path where they're just going in a different direction. But if they're watching your social media, especially because I mentioned about the Queen of Wands being a little domineering, I would be very wearisome of that turning into something a little more egregious. So yeah, I would keep a watchful eye. I feel like maybe, especially because these are in conflict, I feel like this is like, okay, saying I have a crush or saying they have feelings, but maybe not being completely honest. They're in conflict with their intentions, which I think are more so like I said, it could be coming off as a little controlling, a little misguided in terms of wanting to misguided in their reasons for wanting to get with you. Maybe if it could be jealousy or, just whatever that energy is. But that's at the core of the reading too. So I'd be a little wearisome about their approach to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I realized that was a question. I don't know. That's a separate question, so I won't be pulling a card on that one. All right. Oh, I forgot to put that in there. Okay, Ritu, you are up next. Go ahead, put your I pulled an oracle card for my friends, but really I'm only pulling oracle cards for folks that tip. I did last week because I wanted to try out my new decks. All right, Ritu, you want to know how your meeting with Mihir will go? The Cancer. Let's see. Let's see how this will go for you. Okay, we have everything is reversed. Okay, I'm gonna flip everything upright just for visualization purposes. So we have the Seven of Wands, we have the King of Swords, and then we have the Seven of Coins. Okay, so we have two sevens here. The sevens, I believe, are like the card of, let me double check this before I say the wrong thing. So sevens are the card of like introspection and investigation. So this is the period where you should reevaluate, I would assume, this person. So I worry that the meeting might not come off very friendly. The King of Swords in reverse can be someone who's a little manipulative. Even they can be really cold and distant, really cerebral, but not in a intellectual kind of way, more so in a I guess I'll go back to the manipulation kind of word. So where they're trying to control the situation and really thinking through a situation in order to in order to control it. So then we have here the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands in reverse. So just to remind you, everything was in reverse. I just flipped it upright. This is, I feel like this person is gonna, they have like inferiority complex, like feeling like if they're inferior, they have to put other people down. So they might come off as like judgy or just kind of like maybe a little gaslighty even. And then on the other side here we have the Seven of Coins. So I feel like this person is going to be very deliberate in how they come off as this. So they might try to come off as someone who is, you know, fruitful and bountiful and has like this air of abundance about them, but it's not really true. There's this air of mistrust with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because upright it's about rewarding rewards and profits, but in reverse it's like the opposite. So instead of those rewards, instead it's almost like it's like biting an apple, but realize you're biting into an onion, that kind of thing. So you're going to be met with, I think I don't think the meeting overall is gonna go well. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish this was better news then because of that, because the King of Swords in reverse is especially being at the center of the reading, is the thing that is the biggest red flag to me. Yeah. So I just worry that he'll be emotionally and mentally manipulative. But hopefully I'm wrong. I am just a girl slinging cards on the internet. So hopefully I am wrong and you guys have a great first meeting, because you never know what the future's going to bring. Yeah, I don't blame you for asking, but I do wish you the best regardless. Yeah, you're so welcome. All right, guys. So if you didn't catch it before, this is the Green Glyphs collection. At the end of the month, I'm going to do my live with the Oracle and Tarot deck. Maybe eventually, if I decide to learn, I'm going to learn the runes and the Lenormand one of these days. So if you're curious about that, you can check out the box opening on my channel. This is currently on Kickstarter if you're curious, until the 31st of October. So you have plenty of time to back it if you're into James R. Eads decks. Alrighty, guys, it is quiet tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the queue and end this stream for the night. So thank you guys for joining, and I will be out next week playing dodgeball. So I will catch you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.